It's that time again. It's been a while. I have not done a build randomizer in quite a while. There we go. So I figured might as well do one again. Alright, that's a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, so many options. Oh no. Oh, come on. And I think I'm really only just gonna do one this time. There's 20. Yeah, that's fine. So as you can tell, this build randomizer didn't go the way I hoped it would have. We get the akimbo judges. They look fine. Their pickup rate is atrocious. You don't need this much firepower. You don't need this much firepower, guys. Why is the accuracy so high? That's nuts. We've got this thing. This might be the first build that the Amstel Striker is going to work well in, because it's up against a gun that's straight terrible. We got Rivertown Glen, we got Vape. I got Hostage Taker, got a lot of Enforcer, and not much of everything else. This one came together very fast. Hilo looks like the person in the sci-fi film who got like the alien disease and is trying to cover it up, but is definitely still infected. Today has been a day, let me tell you. I spent 5 hours trying to do my laundry. And it's not like I was having problems doing my laundry. There was one guy who was using our one washing machine for 5 hours. Now, the floor of the building I'm on has two washing machines, but somebody ripped the door off of one of them. But somebody ripped the door off our washing machine, and I don't know how you accomplish that, but they did. So, one guy was like, because they're in one of the apartments with 4 people, so I guess it makes sense that they'd have a lot of laundry to do. But it's infuriating when, you know, they wash like 3 loads of clothing, a load of sheets. Like, it was a lot of stuff. And eventually it stopped being... That's just straight up the radio from Raid World War II. Oh, here's one. That man just turned around and went the other direction. This is not his problem. Oh wait, this is the back of the museum. Oh my god, they're all up here. Excuse me. No, I would actually like to play this mission. Oh, but this would be a hilarious, like, flying leap over everyone's expectations. With Baldwin's Lament, anything's possible, Bane. No! You buffoon! Override security lockdown? Still? Still? Oh wait, now, this is like the one time that this is actually like a responsible thing to do. They cut the power. Wow, this heist certainly turned pan-shaped fast. Why am I doing this? Does Bane actually like provide a reason that I have to do this? Or did I like break the level logic? But they were washing like 3 loads of clothes, sheets, everything. It was a mess. 5 hours. The Kimbo judges are like way too much. It is there is too much mustard on this hot dog of weapons. Pickup rate is working though. I guess at the very least that paused. I don't feel like I should have had to have hacked that thing all over again though. People don't like that I don't like this thing. We have so many better shotgun options is the problem. And this gun just feels like it lags behind. You don't need to tell me, oh, well, I've used it and done well. That you could literally turn slapping people with a bundle of money into a viable skill build. It's called Sociopath, and it's art. That's not what we're talking about. What I'm talking about is the fact that compared to other shotguns, the Street Sweeper is not that good. I mean, it's a high capacity, low damage shotgun for your secondary. But the locomotive holds almost as many shells and does way more damage. It's got a high fire rate, sure. But it's essentially a much weaker version of the current M1014. And that becomes a problem when you take into consideration the fact that the M1014 has gotten copious amounts of buffs in the last couple years, but these haven't. This, I said these because I'm looking right at 2 guns. 3 up, 4, 2 all the way to the left. So 2, 4, 3, 4, 2, 4. I knew that was the wrong tile, but I still did it. This is bad. This is what I'm talking about when I say the Street Sweeper is bad. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. Of course he has. This is gonna sound crazy. The Akimbo Judge is almost a better shotgun in this build. I don't have a way to deal with the captain other than just throwing a lot of gun right at him. That's the sound of a man. He's on his way. Uh-oh. Here I am. Time for another loop. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Judges. Okay, so the pickup rate seems to be locked to 2 shells per box, which is actually a lot better than the judge. Whoa. Excuse. Why did Gila turn into a robot? Okay. Well, we're almost out of here 20 minutes later. Which is like 7 years in this heist days. Where? Oh, I didn't know if I killed him or not. And I did not kill that man, and I shot 6 shells at him. Akimbo judges. I got a lot of experience for this mission. No, I didn't. I was just close to a coin. 3, 2, 1. Flip. And it's a gun part. What gun part? Polymer flashlight. I don't use any polymer flashlights. Okay. This thing is not as good as everybody's hyped themselves up to think it is. And where is it? Like, here is the gun it's competing with. 16 more damage. Same rate of fire. I'll give you that one. This can technically carry more shells. No, it can't. This reloads faster. This reload... Okay. But in a world where the Yzma and the stakeout exist, weapons of like this class, again, 16 more damage. That's definitely a break point. I can tell you that one right now. Maybe more than one break point. But I feel like if this got another bump in damage to about this same damage tier, so from 42 to 55, then the Street Sweeper becomes a more viable option. As it currently stands, it's just a worse version of the M1014. Cards on the table. Akimbo judges. I'm glad that they locked the pickup rate to 2 per box, because that makes it infinitely better than a 1 judge. Still, they shouldn't exist. That's a lot of damage, and you're doing it twice. Like, the judge was a special killer. What is this supposed to be? It grinds up Captain Winners like nobody's business, but I'll put it this way. Run these bad boys. Rivertown Glen is a melee. Tag team is a perk deck. Hilo is a character. This helmet is gross. It's the green, and the reflection looks like a sloppy cheeseburger. That's all behind us now, because now we can get to this part again. And we're getting number 3. Oh, this could be fun. This is definitely going to be fun. The Rezkoi. I wanted pen. I wanted pencil. Hook or pencil I would have been fine with, but 18 Sicario. Or Sicario. It really wants me to play Sicario. Not a fan of Sokol. This mask that I made like 20 hours in. Okay, so we're Sokol. We're rocking this mask I made like way long ago. We've got ourselves the Brenner. It's the Brenner. We've also got this bad boy, Baby Deagle. Not quite at 100 accuracy, but that's fine. There, 100 accuracy. We got the Rezkoi, we got Sicario, and I've kind of just got some armor. Got drill skills, body expertise, shockproof, trigger happy, no swan song, bloodthirst. And I guess we'll see how that goes. Wait! Tamper-proof design can be rigged to destroy contents of compartment. Can securely hold 3 fragmentation grenades. So if someone is fiddling with this briefcase, it'll just blow itself up. That's very James Bond. So I can't call it a two-parter because there were 2 different parts, but I guess I could describe it like Creepshow. How that was like the movie with like the different vignettes. But I had 2 distinctly separate dreams last night. The first one was just like the Nintendo theme park as a setting for a post-apocalyptic game. I will write that game if you let me. Anyone. Oh my god. I just want in. There's 2 of you. Well, this just turned wild suddenly. Excuse me? Okay. But it was just like, it was a post-apocalyptic game that took place in like Nintendo's little theme park there. Or the Universal Studio Nintendo theme park area. And like that'd be a cool setting for like not a Fallout anymore. I never want to. I don't think we need another Fallout anymore, unless it's turn-based. That's my consolation prize. Make a turn-based, or I don't think we need another. But the second one was different. So the second one was like animated. It was like kind of like Ren and Stimpy or The Mighty Bee for the 3 people who watched The Mighty Bee. You're all probably most likely now gay. But it was animated. And it was these 3 dogs. A brown one that kind of looked like almost like an English bulldog or a pit bull. And 2 more that were Dalmatians. And their human handler is watching TV. And there's this commercial for a... And, like, the entire... Like, this opening segment, we've got, like, nice music. Think, like... You know, I could just play some of that music. So, like, this music... not too much of this music. That song is very copyrighted. Copywritten. They will come for me. That's a Skulldozer. And on TV is this advertisement for a film contest. Make the most surprising film and win a cash prize. And the handler just kind of flips through the channels and he doesn't pay much attention to it. The dogs, though, notice it and they're like, this could be our big break. Like, this could be the money we need to get out of here. I guess they didn't like their handler or something. Who knows? But they begin this crusade to make a film. I'm now glad I invested in drills. And the bulldog decides, you know, I'll be the director and you 2 will be my stars. We then get a cut. The 2 dogs are kind of just standing around in front of a camera. The bulldog yells action. The film reels start rolling. And the 2 dogs kind of just look at each other and one of them goes, "Great weather we're having, huh?" And the other one goes, "No." The bulldog yells cut. And he calls their performance terrible. Rightfully so. but he wants something more surprising, more shocking. That didn't hit. But, okay. This mission will play itself. So, everybody gets back in position, and the bulldog yells action. And the two Dalmatians look at each other, and one just screams at the other. Bulldog yells cut. He's like, what was that? And the Dalmatians reply, well, it was surprising. The bulldog is upset. He just looks so... Hello? What are you doing here? Okay. See ya. Oh, you're back. No? Gosh, you look lonely. Well, here, let's fix that, pal. Hello. Goodbye. But the bulldog is upset with them. Rightfully so. They've just been like your stereotypical cartoon idiot dogs. And he's like, I want something really shocking. I want something really raw. I want something different. Something nobody's ever seen before. He gives a resigned sigh, shouts action. The two dogs have decided that they are upset, or the two Dalmatians have decided that they're upset with the bulldog. So he yells action. The two Dalmatians kind of just look at each other for 2 or 3 seconds. We cut back to the bulldog sitting in the director's chair with a little paper cone, and he just got this like grumpy expression and a beret because he's the director. And all of a sudden he's grabbed. And here everything took a sudden turn. Now the two dogs, we just see their hands. And these are like human hands. Wearing almost like super long white gloves with black spots. Because they're supposed to be the Dalmatians. And they've got this like prop of the bulldog character. And they break it in half, and all of this blood and meat spills out of it. They're ripping around in it. They're swinging the blood everywhere. The skeleton inside the bulldog is kind of like a plasticky, kind of transparent, cheap prop thing. But it's like it's clearly not an actual dog, but it's still an upsetting amount of realistic gore. This was a mistake. It's still an upsetting amount of gore and meat, even though it's a fake prop. Are there two cameras right next to each other? Yes. And it is, like, distinctly upsetting. And they're ripping around in all this meat and all this blood. But they're absolutely eviscerating this director dog. And the music is going wild. I wouldn't even describe it as music. It's like a harsh, just cacophony of instruments and noise. And it's distinctly, again, upsetting. Upsetting is the word that defines this entire experience. Like, the entire time, you're just seeing hands. You're not hearing any dialogue. You're just hearing music, ripping, tearing, squishing, and just the worst music ever. We get a cut. This goes on for 2 minutes. You're looking at this for 2 minutes, which is why I keep dwelling on it. This was like 2 minutes of episode. But at last we get a cut, and it's a super narrow depth of field, and we're looking at the back of the camera. You can't see what's happening in front of the camera. It's just a blurry mess. But one thing that you can see is the back of the camera, and you can see the viewfinder. And you can just vaguely make out the shape of two human figures slumped over, rooting around in blood and meat. We then cut to a shot of the camera, the the reels are still rolling. We then cut to the director's chair, and you see the skull of this director bulldog. The dream ends. The first thing on my mind was, well, now that's surprising. So I think they would have won their little film competition. But also, what the fuck? Not what I wanted to wake up to at, 7 in the morning. Just the image of two humans in just terrible Dalmatian costumes ripping apart a prop dog full of, like, raw beef and blood. I did not need that. I did not want that. And it was like, I don't even remember the transition between how we went from, like, oh, post-apocalyptic Nintendo world to here's what is very much likely going to be a scene in the Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared Season 2 that Conan O'Brien is working on for some reason. But it was a jarring transition. And also, Gila just straight up jumped 10 feet in the air. But, like, if someone wants to, animate that, any mixed media artists want to take a crack at that and provide for us what the film competition, everyone's favorite cartoon about two very, very not good dogs. I guess it wasn't between. Starring. But someone take a crack at that. And then tag Becky and Joe in it. And then tag me in it. And then send me $1,000. It's like this type of stuff isn't even, like, usually on my mind in any capacity. It's like, I mean, if you read Afterward, you read Draftware, that's what's on my mind more often than not. It's just like, whatever. Like, that's what my stream of consciousness looks like. Is, I'm gonna take your pick of pretty much any chapter in Draftware, except for, like, Draftware or Afterward, except for, like, the last 3 of each. The final 3 of each. Well, I guess partly also them, too. That's what, like, my mind wandering looks like. It doesn't look like 2 cartoon dogs that decide for shock value that they're going to tear up another dog with human hands. Wow. 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 Too soon, Payday. Too soon. I didn't even talk about this build, but, I mean, it was fundamentally not bad. This is... It's my favorite LMG. It's one of my favorite pistols. I barely used this melee. Sicario's alright. Skills are alright. Sokol... I don't like Sokol because he's too good at things, and he's also Pete Bully's jacket, and that makes me sad. I don't like jacket, but I don't like a bully. Like, look at this. Fearless, physical, a gifted athlete, keen intelligence. This is someone's self-insert character. Ay, ay, ay. Well, this was a weird episode of Build Randomizer, wasn't it? We talked meat. We talked laundry. Tune in next time, why don't you? Who knows what other wacky tangents I might go on. I should just start a podcast where you get me distracted and I just ramble for an hour. Because I have things up here that need to just bleh. And Build Randomizer helps me do it. And I get to talk about the time I dreamt a demon wanted to stab needles in me. Or the time I dreamt that dogs ripped up another dog viscerally for a film festival. Or I could talk about 700, everyone's favorite number. Or what was the Bowsette? I went on that tangent. That game actually came out today. Yay. Yeah, I don't want to be reminded of that. If you like this video and you'd like to see more, I'd recommend subscribing. Patreon and social media links are in the description.